So, something quite disturbing has been happening lately. Let me tell you all about it. My girlfriend Emily died on August 7th of 2012. I just received another message, and it's worse than the others. She was involved in a 3-car crash driving home from work when someone ran a red light. She was dead within minutes at the scene. We had been dating for 5 years at that point. She wasn't big on the idea of marriage. It felt archaic, she said, gave her a weird vibe. But if she had been, I would have married her within the first 3 months of our relationship. She was vibrant, the kind of girl that would choose dare every time. She was always happy when camping, but a total technophile too. She always smelled like cinnamon. That being said, she wasn't perfect. She always said something along the lines of, "If I cark it first, don't just say good things about me. I've never liked that. If you don't pay me out, you're doing me a disservice. I've got so many flaws, and that's just another part of me." So this is for Em. The music she said she liked and the music she actually liked were very different. Her idea of affection was a side hug, and she had really long toes, like a chimpanzee. I know that's tangential, but I don't feel right without you having an idea of what she was like. Em had been dead for approaching 13 months when she first messaged me. September 4th, 2013. Hello? Who is this? It's really weird receiving messages from Emily's account. Okay. Well, in the future, please send me messages from your account, even if you want to discuss her page. Hello? Susan, you're on Emily's account. This is when it began. I had left Emily's Facebook account activated so I could send her the occasional message, post on her wall, go through her pictures. It felt too final and too un-Emily to memorialize it. I share access with her mother, Susan, meaning her mother has her login and password and has spent a total of 3 minutes on the account, or total on a computer. After a little confusion, I thought it was her. November 6th, 2013. Hello? Let's hit up the trail this Sunday. Who the F is this? The wheels on the bus. Please, tell me who you are. I had received confirmation from Susan that she hadn't been on Em's profile since the week of her death. Em knew a lot of people, so I thought it was one of her tech-savvy friends messing with me in the worst possible way. Around February 2014, Emily started tagging herself in my photos. I would get notifications for them, but they'd normally be removed by the time I got to the picture. The first time I actually caught one, it felt like someone had punched me in the gut. She would tag herself in spaces where it was plausible for her to be, or where she'd usually hang out. I've got screenshots of 2, from April and June. These are the only ones I've been able to catch. So they're a little out of the timeline I'm trying to write out. Around this time, I began to lose sleep. I was too angry to sleep. She would tag herself in random photos every couple of weeks. The friends who noticed it thought it was some messed up bug. I found out recently that there had been other friends who noticed and didn't say anything about it. Some of them even removed me from their Facebook friends list. At this point, you may be wondering, why didn't you just kill your Facebook profile? I almost wish I did. I did for a little while. But on days when I can't get out there, It's nice to have friends to chat with. It's nice visiting M's page when the little green dot isn't next to her name. I was already socially reclusive when M was alive. Her death turned me into something pretty close to a hermit. And Facebook and MMOs were, and are, my only real social outlets. March 15th, 2014. Why are you doing this? Why do you keep tagging her? I sent what I assumed was M's hacker a message. On March 25th, I got an answer. Hello? 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 This is actually devastating. I don't know why you enjoy doing this. OMG, cinnamon-scented candles. Go to hell. Why are you doing this? It wasn't until a few months after going through these chats that I discovered that she was recycling my own words as well. My response seems kinda lackluster here. I was intentionally providing her or him with emotional bait. This is actually devastating, for example, to keep them interested in their game. I was working off the assumption that the kind of person who would do this is the kind of person that thrives off of the distress of others. I was posting in tech forums, trying to find a way to find this person, contacting Facebook. I needed to keep them around to gather evidence. I had even changed the password and security details of her account several times. April 16th, 2014, I received this. We should make our own jam. Nah, different. No chance of passing. No chance of passing. How many? Garage side door. Side. I. No chance of passing. April 29, 2014. Baked beans on toast. I don't know. I just said, yo, ask Nathan. Nathan? Nathan. Nathan. I don't know what's happening. I don't know how you're still doing this. Please stop. Please stop. I don't know what's happening. I hadn't discovered any leads. Facebook told me the locations her page had been accessed from. But since her death, they're all places I can account for. My house, my work, her mom's house, etc. My response here wasn't bait. Yo, ask Nathan was an inside joke that's too lame to be worth explaining. But seeing her say it again was absolutely crippling. My reaction in real life was much less pretty. Her last few messages had started to scare me, but I wouldn't admit it until this point. May 8th, 2014. I don't even have words for this. -12, -15. My jumper's in the dryer, and it's really cold out. Really cold out. Cold, cold. Nathan, please stop. Cold. Freezing. I don't know what's happening. Freezing is the first original word she's said. This has given me nightmares that just won't end. I keep dreaming that she's in an ice-cold car, frozen, blue and gray. I'm standing outside the car door, in the warmth, screaming for her to come out. She doesn't even realize I'm there. Sometimes her legs are outside with me. May 4th, 2014. I'm really drunk. I miss you. Whoever's on this account, I don't give an F. I keep coming home from work and expecting to see you at the computer. Shouldn't I be used to that by now? Just let me walk. I wasn't really drunk. Em wasn't an affectionate girl, and it always embarrassed her to exchange I love yous, cuddle, talk about how much we meant to each other. She was more comfortable with it when I was drunk. I pretended to be drunk a lot. Her reply in the message is what prompted me to finally memorialize her page, thinking it might put an end to this. It might seem innocuous compared to her previous message. It's from an old conversation where I was trying to convince her to let me drive her home from a friend's house. In the collision, the dashboard crushed her. She was severed in a diagonal line from her right hip to midway down her left thigh. One of her legs was found tucked under the back seat. This is that old message. August 7th, 2012. Gray Street somewhere. Hey, you on your way home? Emily. When you see this message, please ring me, straight away. I rang your friend, and they said you left at 4. I'm starting to panic. I feel sick in my stomach. Please ring me. Emily, answer your phone. Going back in time. These are the messages I sent her the day she died. She was usually home by 4:30. This, alongside a couple voicemails, is the last time I talked to her under the assumption that she was still alive. You'll see why I'm showing you these soon. July 1st, 2014. I got these messages yesterday. Hey, you on your way home? Emily, when you see this message, please ring me, straight away. Please stop. I rang your friend and they said you left at 5. I'm starting to panic. Please stop. Cold. Emily, answer your phone. I don't know what's happening. Cold. Freezing. I memorialized her page a few days after the message about walking. Until today, she'd been quiet. She hadn't even been tagging herself in my photos. I don't know what to do anymore. Do I kill her profile? What if it's really her? I feel like I want to puke. I don't know what's happening. I just got a notification. I heard the alert sound. I'm just too afraid to swap windows and check it. I checked the alert. I heard it as I was compiling all this together. The message I got was one photo and one word. Freezing. That's my door in the photo. That's my computer. I got the message 3 hours ago, but I didn't want to check it until now. Now I'm legitimately scared. I have no idea who took this photo. I'm on a tablet in my garage. Zen, for now. Going to drive to a friend's. Forgot to open the garage door in my panic, so I'm building up the nerve to get out and do that now. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to check out some of my other videos. Good night.